Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Morning Market Preview and Trade Plan Setup for Wednesday, November the 20th, 2013. If you're not familiar with Quantum Leap is a private chat room on Skype. We've been around for about 4 years. We're retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. My name is Doug McKay. I'm the head moderator and the founder. If you want to check out the chat, you can create a Skype account. It's free to do, and then send me a contact request at Doug_McKay. I'll be the one from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We're going to go through our morning routine and market analysis. If you're joining us from Twitter or from watching the YouTube video after the fact, you might want to skip ahead to get to the more in-depth chart analysis. But we go through a routine to get prepared for trading and look at the macro to micro in terms of the key numbers and the macro to micro in terms of the trend. But before we do anything, let's get the disclaimer out of the way. This information is for the purpose of educating members who want to expand their knowledge of the business of trading. It's not for trading or investment advice. You and only you are responsible for the trades or investment decisions you make. Trading futures or any instrument involves the risk of loss. Please consider carefully whether futures or options are appropriate to your financial situation. Only risk capital should be used when trading futures or options. Investors could lose more than initial investment. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own plan and do your own due diligence. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers really quickly. Yesterday we ended up with a neutral day. We still have the all-time high that was put in on Monday at 1799.75. Nothing really changes in the macro numbers. The intraday numbers, we've got 1788.25 is the open from yesterday, and we have the 1785.25 for the close. We've had a little bit of a pause day. Watch the video. You were in the session yesterday. We were looking for that chop and a horizontal development day. That's exactly what we got. We did get lower value today. That's the first lower value that we've seen in 5 days. So we're getting a bit of a pause here. Whether or not it's a rollover, anybody can tell you. I still think we still see 1800. I think this is just a pause before we go higher. Taking a look at the daily report news for today, we just had retail sales at 7:30. We had a little bit of a pop off of that. Basically, it went from that 85 area where we've been consolidating and popped up to where we opened yesterday in around that 88.25. So if we hang out around here, we're going to basically be opening right where we were yesterday. We do have existing home sales at 9 o'clock tomorrow, or 9 o'clock this morning, with business inventories. We've got FOMC members speaking, and then we've got the meeting minutes put out at 1 o'clock. So we do have a fair bit of news. I think we're going to get some. We ended up with a neutral day. Remember, with neutral days, you have a high probability of having another horizontal development day after a neutral day. Neutral begat neutral. So I'm looking for a chop again today, at least into the FOMC minutes, and then possibly a move off of that. Let's take a look at the macro to the micro in terms of the trend. Monthly, again, very strong. No close below the 9 EMA all year. Very strong, good slope and separation on the 9 EMA and the 20 SMA, and we're trading in the upper distribution above last month. So, trend is very strong on the monthly. Same thing on the weekly. We've got good slope and separation. Prices paralleling the 9 nicely, and we're trading in the upper distribution from last week. So, very strong on the weekly. On the daily, we talked about this tech gap. The last couple of days, the fact that we'd likely come back and close this tech gap. We're almost there at closing it, and we closed it through a little bit of time and a little bit of price action. And we said that we'd probably close the gap in around 80, 85 and to close the gap completely, we would have 1780 1/4. Taking a look at the geometric chart, long-term sloping fork, we've come down and we're currently trading right at the upper line of the longer-term fork that we've been trading for a while. We are, we basically bounced off the center line of this new fork that I added in a few days ago and have come down back inside the longer-term fork. We've got this energy point right here that coincides with the opposing downward sloping fork, and all three of the time frame forks that I've got running here. I don't think we're going anywhere too soon. This is set for the 25th, which is, I believe, next Monday, to intersect here at this energy point. So I think we're going to get some consolidation, maybe a move up to test the upper fork, the center line of the upward sloping fork that we just added. A test today for that would bring us to around the 1805. And remember, we have that measured move and that target up there at my targets above 1800 are 1805, 1808, 09, and 1810. So if we do make a move today into test the 1800s, I'd be looking for a move up to test the center line of the upward sloping fork at around 1805. If we come down and test the center line of this medium term, the one we added a few weeks ago, we came down overnight and tested it at 1781.50 area and have since bounced off of it and are testing that upper line of the longer term fork. But nothing really to guide us here in terms of energy point, except the fact that I don't think we're going anywhere from this area anytime soon, because we've got this energy point that's got confluence between the different forks. Let's take a look at the intraday trend and see where we are on the intraday. On the 4 hour, we were starting to roll over. We, crossed below the 9 and the 20. We were starting to get some separation, a little bit of slope, but we've since popped up on the news, and we're currently trading above the 9 EMA and coming up to test the 20 SMA. So there's a consolidation going here in terms of the 4 hour chart and no true trend. Going to the 30-minute. Well, we were just drifting down lower and created this tech gap, closed the tech gap, popped up above the 9 and the 20, and currently have popped up on that news and trading up and around yesterday's open at 88 1/4. And again, nothing really definitive showing us where the trend is on the 30-minute. Let's just go down to the 5-minute. 5-minute is showing that we've got a nice trend starting. Got good slope and separation. We've got a technical gap happening right now. I think the tech gap, you're going to be looking for a close of the tech gap somewhere around that 87.50 area. Or we can just go sideways and close it through time. I think you get a little bit of time and price action to close this tech gap. Let's take a look at the composite and where we are within our balance area. We consolidated down here in around the 1758.50, the microcomposite VPOC, most traded price within this balance area. As we consolidated and prepared to break out of that balance area, the last most accepted price was 1767.50, and then we popped up, broke out of balance, and now we've trying to hold value up here in around 1780, 89, 88, 75 area. and we're currently trading right there in around the balance up here. So in terms of trading again, the 1782.25 is going to be my line in the sand in terms of looking for a major short. If we get below that, then look for a rotation to 78.25 on the other side of balance down here at 74.75. 78.50 is your range high for the overall balance area. So if we do break below 82, I think we'll see a quick move down to that 78.25, and then maybe a push through to the other side of balance. If we get below the 74.75, look for a move down to the last accepted value before we broke out of balance at 67.50 area, 67.75. And then we've got undetermined fair value down here between 67.50, 64.50, 61.25, and then the big number below, which is our microcomposite naked VPOC at 1758.50. If we hold the 82.25, look for rotation through. We basically rotated back up on the news to fair value at around 79. Look to see if this holds, and then a push through to that other side of balance around that at 92.50. And if we get above that, we've got the value area high at 94, and basically the range high from yesterday, I think it was 93.75, and then above that you've got the CHVN at 1796.25. If we get above the 92.50, I'd be looking for a push through to that 96.25 and a move to test the 1800. If we get into the 1800s, look for that 1805, 1808, and 1810 are the three numbers above us. Let's take a look at where we are overnight and set our chart up for trading for the day. So overnight low was 1782, which is exactly our low from the prior day. Our range low from yesterday, our RTH low 82. The high was 1790.50, which is just one tick above the value area high, and the LVN from yesterday at 1790. And then our VPOC overnight, which I don't think is going to shift, is 1785.25. So currently right now we've got basically a triple distribution day. You want to pay attention to the HVNs as targets for the day. 1790.75 for the upper distribution. You've got basically, it's kind of a double distribution within the middle. You've got 88.50 and 87.50 as the two HVNs, and then the lower one being the naked VPOC down here. And if you were watching yesterday, they stole the VPOC at the close. This VPOC did not shift down until near the end of the day. I think just as we were going into the cash close, they stole the VPOC down here at 84.75. So we're currently trading in the middle distribution. I'd be looking for a push higher on the open to test this LVN and the value area high from yesterday with the overnight high. Take out the overnight high, possibly see a push through to 92.25, where we would likely see some responsive sellers stepping in and a push back to try to get into value. If we get back into value and break below this 90 area or hold the 90 area, then I'd be looking for a move down to the 87.75. You've got the CHVN at 87.50, but you also have the microcomposite VPOC at 89 area. So you've got this two area. I think you'll see some chop here. Look for a push through to the LVN, the other LVN that separates the triple distribution at 86, and then you've got your gap close at 75.25. Overnight VPOC at 85.25, and the the naked VPOC from yesterday at 84.75 with the value area down at 83.75. And then if we get into this lower distribution, then I think we test the range low at 82 in the overnight low. Let's just take a look at what we've got for naked crosses. We've got naked cross at 1583.50. Naked crosses really played out yesterday really nicely. Still have those naked crosses at 96 area up here, which is also a naked VPOC as well. There's 3 of them up there. And then that's about it. We've closed out all the other ones. So we're got a half hour to go. We're likely to open up, inside of the range, inside of the middle distribution from the triple distribution day. I'm expecting a lot of chop in this area. So be careful and wait on the open, for the one side to take control. I don't know why that's jumping around so much. Come on, moving issue with my mouse without borders here. So my areas to do business, I'm going to be watching this LVN area here at the 1790 area, and if we break through that, I'll be looking for a push through to the other side of balance here at 92.50 CLVN, and basically to try to break outside of the value, get above the 92.50 for a push through to 96. I'm also going to use the 93.75 range high as an area to do business. If we come down and test the LVN between the the middle distribution and the lower distribution, I'll be using this LVN as a area to do business with a push through to take out the close the gap close and take out the naked VPOC down here. So I'll be trading off of this 86 area. I don't know why that is doing that. And then below that we've got the 82.25, and 82 is basically the range low from this this balance that we found, and trying to hold value here around this 89. So 82, if we get below that, I'm looking for the move down to that 78 area again. So I'll be trading this area here as well. And then below that, I'd be looking for a target down below at that 78.25. So 78.25 is going to be my extended target below. And then, of course, if we get outside of value to the upside and break out of the prior day range, I'd be looking for a move up to take out the 96 VPOC and a push through to the 1800 area. And again, that's going to be a target for me, but my major target above is still up at that 1808.03. If we get into the 1800s, I think we'll get a move. I'm not anticipating it today. Again, I'm expecting that we chop around within this value, probably go up and test the 96.25. If the buyers stay in control, if the sellers still pound the bids, then I'm looking for a push through to take out 82.25 in the overnight low, range low, and a move down to 78, possibly push through to 74. The big destination below, again, is back down here at that 67.50, the last most accepted price before we broke out a range. Taking a look at the Keltner, we're above the center line. A test of the center line will bring us back down to the VPOC and the close from yesterday at 85.50, 85.25 area. If we stay above, a test of the upper Keltner channel is going to take us up to 1791.25, which is going to test this upper distribution and try to break out of value. A test of the lower Keltner brings us down to 1779.50, or more likely down to this target, and CHVN at 1778.25. take a quick look at where we are in gold. So yesterday we were expecting chop around in this distribution area with a push through up to fair value at 1283. We didn't quite make any move. I think the high of the day was 1278.20. So didn't quite make it up there, but we weren't expecting much. We were looking for chop. We've since have found some weakness in gold. We're coming down and testing this CLVN. We're currently trading right below the CLVN at 62.40. If we stay below this, I'd be looking for a push back down to test this 1258.50 with the other side of balance being 1251.20, and I'm not expecting much. I think we break actually above this 62.40 and make our way back up towards this 1270.80, which was the microcomposite VPOC that we came down to pick up buyers the last time. I think we just sort of drift up today. But if we do find weakness, look for a move down into the 1250, 1248.80. I don't think we'd go much further than that. And then once we get back down into this area, I really think that weakness comes in, and we could get a move down to test the lower end of the 1200s. But again, I still think that we're going to get another run on gold before we get a big sell-off again. So my main hypothesis is to hold this this 1260, 1258 area and push through up to 1270 and 1283, with the other side of balance being up there at the CLVN at 1299.50 and that 1300. So that's what I'm looking at. Howard, over to you.
Thank you, Doug. So taking a quick peek at the daily chart, we had our outside day here on the 18th, formed our high, one tick short of the 1800 level, and then had some continuation lower and just some consolidation yesterday. Didn't quite come down to test the 9 EMA, so that still remains a strong level of support. Right now it's sitting at 1780.50. So that's about all I've got on the daily chart. So let's go ahead and take a look at market breadth. So we'll start off with the sectors. I guess this is the futures. You can see over the last couple of days, the Russell and NASDAQ looked a little bit weaker than the ES and the YM. So they're starting to consolidate here a little bit between each other in terms of performance on the year. As you see, crude is pretty much right near where it opened the year, and then bonds, gold, and silver are well below where they opened the year. Dow transports versus industrials. No big changes there. You can see that with the last couple of down days we've had, the transports have moved a bit closer to the industrials. Still no non-confirmations. Our on-balance volume has moved with price. to a little bit lower. Again, no non-confirmations there. Just move in non-balanced volume hasn't been as strong as the move in price. And then when we look at advanced decline and up-down volume, we'll see that leadership has been dwindling, so let me get to that. Okay, so as we've noted earlier in earlier reviews, we peaked on an up-down volume and advanced declines on a 10-day average basis back on October 22nd, so about a month ago. And since then, the breadth has been weakening. We did hit a temporary bottom between the 7th and the 12th. And on this last push up to the high, we did get a little bit of a bounce. So it pushed us slightly above the break-even level on advanced declines, but now we've fallen back below just slightly. Up-down volume still remains above the 50% level, which is the break-even of up volume versus down volume. So the key is whether this peak here on these two indicators is just a retracement, or whether we've actually hit a bottom here and the market breadth will continue to get stronger or not. So those are the key levels here. Definite non-confirmation, lower high on these two indicators, higher highs on price. So market leadership has been made on fewer and fewer stocks. So that's pretty much all I've got, Doug. I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, so we're again trading in that 1788.50 around balance right now. So on the open, we're likely to see some two-sided, action. Again, use that 1790 LVN and the 1786 LVN as your guides. A break above or below those, look for the move below down to 84.75 and a test of 82. A break above, look to take out the overnight high, and a move to test that 92 and then the 93.75 upper area. But just be careful on the open, because I think we're going to see more chop than usual. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.